Okay, I'm filming this YouTube video just to clarify my words so that they are no longer twisted. And also just for my true fans, because I know some people are genuinely confused about what's going on, and I can only answer so many comments, DMs, all that kind of stuff. So that's what this video is for. It's not for me to make excuses or to whatever. Like, I'm just going to lay out exactly what happened and exactly what I said. Also, I think it's safe to remember, I am not for everyone. I am 20 years old. I wouldn't say I'm set in my ways, but I am pretty much who I am. I'm outspoken and pretty straightforward. And I don't usually really care what people, as long as you understand that I am who I am, I'll understand that you are who you are, and maybe we don't get along, and that's okay. That's just kind of who I am. That comes with maturity. I understand that a lot of these people who are hating on me are not yet there, and I get that. And the idea that people change and evolve throughout life is not an easy concept for immature people. I understand that. So I know that I don't owe anyone an explanation or clarification, but I just feel like I need to put it out there because it's embarrassing to see people hating on me for something that never happened, and most people who matter in this situation know that it never happened. So it's really embarrassing for you guys to, for these people to continue this narrative. I'm not assuming that any of them are here. I'm just saying maybe they are. I don't know. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically quote myself. I went back through the live replay and quoted myself because I feel like it's easier to explain my words when I have my exact words in front of me. But I'm also going to just kind of explain the situation. So I went to Addison's house. I was invited. I did not know the address. I did not make an effort to get, it was genuinely just, hey, I see you're in town. So happy you're here. We should meet up. Okay, great. Let me know when you guys are free. I can pretty much be free at any time. I don't have any plans. All right, I'm free this night. Are you guys free? Yes, we're free. We'll pick you up at this time. Okay, great. That was the situation. There was no clout chasing involved. I didn't even plan to post while at Addison's house. I did not know Addison was going to be there, to be completely honest with you. I had no idea. That was not who I was in contact with. And I did not plan to post. The sunset was occurring. It was beautiful. I posted it and everyone found out I was there, which is cool, fine, whatever. And my friend Lisa posted pictures with Addison, and I was like, oh, that's so fun. I know my friends who know I'm here will appreciate that. I'm going to post a little post just to update everybody, let people know what's going on, because a lot of people also were saying, oh, you're going to LA, you should meet up with them. And I said, I should, right? Okay. So I posted pictures to update my fans, my family, my friends. It was not a clout chase. It was not me trying to get anything out of it. I was not trying to gain followers. I didn't expect that. It just happened. Obviously, could it have happened? Yes, I knew that, obviously. But that was not my intention. That's also why I never recorded the majority of the night. The majority of the night, I was not on my phone. I was not recording. I wasn't answering text. I wasn't answering DMs. I wasn't talking to anyone for the majority of the night. So I was not clout chasing, to clear up that hate. That if Addison told me delete all of your social media, I would. And I would never have social media if it was, okay, you can be friends with Addison, delete all your social media for the rest of your life, I'd do it. That's who I am. I don't need to be famous on social media. I don't really want to be famous on social media. I just I've always said I wanted to be friends with these people. I'm genuinely interested in how their life works, and I'm genuinely interested in supporting them and being there for them. And that also goes for Bryce, and it has gone for Bryce for the longest time. If you've been here for any point in time, you know I've always supported Bryce, and I've always said I always will support Bryce. And so it was very difficult for me to see a new group of people who have never followed me, who do not know me, who are taking snippets of videos I've made or things I've said and twisting them for their advantage to make it look like I'm a horrible person, to make it look like Addison's a horrible person, to make it look like her family is horrible, like all of these things, when that never in fact happened. So from my live, the first thing I said about Bryce was, let's not talk about Bryce. I'm not talking about Bryce. Those were the things that I said originally. I did not want to speak on him because, yes, it was kind of this weird hyped up situation. I had been with Addison. I didn't want to speak on her love life that much. It was not my intention. People did ask me who I shipped her with in the future. And I basically, all I've ever said is just someone of her caliber, someone who's worthy of her, someone who I think is ridiculously attractive. And like, that's just what comes to my head. So tall, dark, and handsome comes to my head. And I said that and everybody was like, oh, you just want Addison to be with somebody. Like, stop. Next, I want Addison to be with somebody that is really good for her, a learning experience, all of those things. From day one, I have said Bradison is endgame. That doesn't change just because they're broken up. Do I think that currently they are not what's best for each other? Yes. And I'm allowed to think that. You can think whatever you want. And everybody else can think whatever you want. And you can disagree with me and you can unfollow me and move on. You don't have to tell me you disagree with me because frankly, I don't really care. So you don't have to tell me. Let's just move on. I also said she loves the Sway Boys. People were asking me, like, did she talk about any of the Sway Boys? And I said, all I know is that she really does love them. She basically looks at them as brothers. That's what I got in conversation. That's not me spilling conversation. That's just me saying, like, that's what it seems like. It seems like she's very happy for them to be successful and she loves them. And then I said, I'm not going to tell you everything we talked about. Again, I didn't, so I don't know why people are assuming that. Then I said, I never claimed to be a Bryce stan. I won't claim to ever be a Bryce stan. I like him. I think he's a good person at heart, but like, calm down. Because people were in the comments saying, what about Bryce, 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 Bryce. Everything was Bryce. And I've always been a Noah stan. I've always been a Noah girl. I don't think Bryce is attractive. I've said that before. I'm pretty sure he knows that. I've never thought he was attractive. I made a video in a Halloween costume dressed as Addison where I said he was attractive because I was playing the part of Addison. But I've never thought Bryce was that attractive. I think Noah's attractive. If Noah's my type, where am I going to think Noah's my type, okay? Noah, Griffin, like that vibe, my type, okay? Does Bryce look like them? No. Does Bryce act like Noah? No. Bryce and I think, would clash a lot because we're pretty similar. We're both very straightforward, very, I don't care, very, we do what we want kind of people. So yeah, I don't think Bryce and I would get along very well if we were dating, just throwing that out there. Then I said I'm allowed to have my opinion change about him too. Because again, your opinion is allowed to change of me. My opinion is allowed to change of him. My opinion is allowed to change of the weather. My opinion is allowed to change of my room color. My opinion is allowed to change of whatever the hell I want it to change. Because I'm a human being, I'm growing, learning, experiencing things, experiencing people, experiencing places, and I think everyone should think that way. It doesn't matter how old you are or who you are, you're gonna go through life and you're gonna change and things are gonna change and you're gonna think differently. And if you're so closed-minded that you're just assuming you're never gonna change, I can't help you there. But you should start trying to help yourself. Then I said, especially if I've talked to someone who is that close to him. Now, this is where people are assuming Addison said something. No, I just meant that I was hanging out with Addison and I was like, this girl is freaking amazing. I love her. I cannot understand what went wrong with the Bryce situation. Like, it had to, in my mind, I'm like, so what did he say or do? Because I know if it were me, I would have messed up a relationship with somebody that perfect. So I'm like, okay, well, Bryce had to have done something. What did he say? What did he do? And that's where I was like, typical Bryce. But, dude, like, work on you, work on up here, work on the vibes, win the fight, do that, and then come back and be the best thing for her. Be the best. But I think that at the time, they were not the best thing for each other recently when they broke up, all that stuff. But I want him to evolve and grow and change into the best thing for Addison because I think I think they're endgame. So when I said, especially if I've talked to someone who is that close to him, I met Addison. And I know how perfect she is. And how wonderful she is. And how amazing she is. So like, dude, grow. Grow to that. Get there. Maybe you're there, but I think you need to work on the mental and get there. That's what I meant by that. Addison didn't say anything. If anything, all she had to say were nice things. All she had to say were wonderful things, just in passing, like, oh yeah, that was so much fun when we did that. Or, oh yeah, I loved that part of my life. Things like that. There was never anything negative stated about Bryce. Not with Miss Sherry, not with Monty, not with Addison, not with Enzo, not with Lucas. Nothing. The entire family, the entire time we were there, never even mentioned Bryce. Never even mentioned Bryce. Obviously, he's a part of Addison's life, so things that she did that included him, I could tell, okay, she had a great time doing such and such. Okay, whatever, but Bryce was there. Like, you could just kind of tell. I'm not saying that that's why I made the opinions I made, or I thought what I thought. That had nothing to do with it. Then I said I'm allowed to change my opinion about him if I want to. And again, that's just reiterating the way I've felt the entire time, is that I'm allowed to change my opinion if I want to change my opinion, period, point blank. You're allowed to change your opinion. Everyone's allowed to change their opinion. Bryce is allowed to change their opinion, his opinion, but that's life. And I think so many people are like, she doesn't deserve Bryce's follow. She doesn't, blah, blah, blah. She's a cloud chaser. She's whatever. Okay, call me what you want, say what you want. I don't really care. But at the end of the day, the people who matter most know what I meant. They know that I love Bryce and will always support Bryce. If you don't want me to love Bryce or support Bryce, then that's really screwed up for you. Because frankly, if you're a stan of somebody, you should want all of the love and support to go towards that person, and you shouldn't care who it comes from. Because even then, I'm the same way with the people I do stan, which is just like Noah and Addison. But I'll continue to buy Bryce's merch. I'll buy the fight. I continue to buy PAU Club, which a lot of Bryce's fans don't even pay for, okay? I will continue to do those things and support him and love him and buy any energy and drink it because I love it, and buy his merch and wear it because I love it, and just not worry about the Bryce stans. I'm just super confused as to how or where they got the "you hate Bryce," because that never was said and will never be said. You'll never hear those words come out of my mouth, because frankly, I relate to him too much, and I feel for him too much because I've been through a lot of the same things he's been through. I've actually dated a lot of guys like him too, so you're never gonna hear those words come out of my mouth. So if you want to hate me, hate me. You want to love me. Sorry, but that's all I have to say. I'm releasing a podcast episode today. You should go watch that. Also, I'm posting on TikTok. Yay!